we'll take a little journey together and try to film these beautiful fish. That is a big fish. He's not over the slot, he's got to be right on it. Today, I'm fishing in the parking lot, Wallace's Bait and Tackle. I've been seeing some redfish up here. Some of them are in the handicap spot. No, I'm just kidding. We're going out fishing the back river. We got a flood tide right now. Tides are pretty big. Usually happens in the fall when the moon's a little bit closer to the earth. Spend all day talking about that. That's a whole thing. But yeah, super high tides. Let's go catch some fish. Oh my gosh. Huge ray. Wow, y'all, I was not expecting that. Usually, this guy doesn't know he's hooked. He's about to take off. Come on. Gosh dang, these things are, there he goes. It sucks leaving a jig head in that ray, but the hook will eventually rust out. This is actually the first one here in Virginia in the past 2 years that I've hooked, and I have not been able to manage getting the jig head back. There we go. That might be a red. Okay, good. Wanted to make sure I was recording. It is. First target species of the day. Nice little, underslot redfish. You can see that he's got some lighter coloring, pretty blue tail. He's gonna go right back in. Little juvenile red. Underslot. See if we can double up on him. There we go. Oh my gosh. Massive sea robin. Look at that thing though, dude. That is a wild looking fish. Apparently they play the trumpet too. Let's see if we can get a nice and easy release on him. There we go. There's a good bit of bait up in here. There we go. Nice speckled trout. Trout number 2. I did wet my hands again. I'm gonna stop saying that after this fish. Oh. Come on. Look at that, man. Oop, there he goes. Beautiful trout. There we go. I think that might be a trout. Is that a trout? That is a trout. A little bit better. This is actually a gray trout. Another species for the day. It's in the drum family. Looks just like a speckled trout, but without the specks. He's gonna go right back though. So throughout the rest of this evening, we picked off a ton more small underslot speckled trout. And that's okay. I didn't want to include all that just because it's so much extra footage. And these flood tides can be really tough. It can be hard to find fish. There's all this new shoreline due to the excess volume of water. And don't get discouraged. Just keep grinding. we decided to go out on a second trip the very next day, and man, do we run into some cool stuff. Here's day 2. I'm gonna be strictly working flooded grass shoreline pretty much this entire afternoon. Jill's out with me. We're gonna start kind of on this point together, but then after this spot, split up and go our separate ways. There we go. Trout. The skunk is out of the way. Beautiful speckled trout. Got the skunk out of the way with this nice, he's maybe 12 inches, speckled trout. Right back in. He was up there in that flooded grass. So I'm starting my grind on the flooded grass lines, and to do this I picked a cove that's a giant U, and the side that I'm on right now is receiving the wind, your windward side, and I'm slowly working my way all the way around, and the top of this U will be the leeward side and has the wind blowing off of it. I do this because with all this extra water, these fish might only be in a few spots, and this will allow me to cover a bunch of different conditions in a fairly small amount of time and really give me an idea of what the fish are doing. I'm gonna explore a little bit and see. I just want to see where this shallow little creek exactly leads to. I am very intrigued right now. I feel like it goes a little bit of a ways in here. There we go. Look at that, man. In a 10-foot wide creek. Oh, it's a nice speckled, oh no, it's a redfish. Look at that, man. I don't even care about the size, dude. Like the fact that you can catch these fish in a 10-foot wide creek in 2 foot of water on a flood tide, like, so cool. Such a beautiful fish. He's gonna go right back in though, he's way too small. That's so neat, man. All right, I see one. He's over there. You can probably maybe see the disturbance on the water. This is tough, man. I can still see him. Really got to make sure my hook is weedless. I don't even care about catching this fish, man. I really don't. It's just so cool to see him up in here. It's not every day that you get to see him up this shallow. Honestly, like right now, I just want to film these fish. I can't really catch them with my spinning gear. It's too heavy for 6 inches of water, even an 1/8 ounce. I'm just spooking them each time. We'll take a little journey together and try to film these beautiful fish in their habitat here. God. Bird scared the hell out of me. Like I said, y'all, this is the shallowest creek I've ever been in, man. I feel like, you seen those videos like people racing John boats? Oh my gosh, I just spooked a massive red. So after seeing that many fish, I would definitely consider that a pattern. That little creek was on the windward side of the shoreline, and the only issue was that the wind picked up and we were getting hit with whitecaps in like 2 feet of water. So we made a giant move to the very back of this lake and still targeted windward shorelines, and it ended up helping us out. I just covered that area, but I just saw something bust on the top. There we go. Ah, I finally got a red. Ah. Oh, let's go. It's a good one. Yeah. Trying to loosen up my drag so I can tire this fish out. He's probably 24, maybe 25 inches. This fish is very green. He's not putting up a big fight. He's a good size. I gotta just tire him out for a second. Oh yeah. I'm surprised he didn't run more. This is a nice red. In the net. Sweet. Look at that, hook came right out. That's perfect. I almost dropped him. Oh, look at that, man. That's a healthy redfish. He's about 24, maybe 25 inches. Look at that, man. He's all flared out. He's got one solid dot. He might be 25. Heavy fish. He's gonna go right back in. There he goes. Swam off strong. That's awesome. All right. Well, and that's how you fish flooded grass. Ooh, in a kayak, that's my go-to method. Just grind it out. Today's super windy, so it's hard to get in there. But let me show you what I caught him on. This is a 1/8 ounce Texas eye jig head. I really love this profile for marshes because it allows you to throw up in the grass and not get snagged. 4-inch Z-Man paddle tail, and I have it rigged weedless. You can see I have the hook just barely hidden there. I really like these because this jig head allows for a lot of movement. All right, we're gonna keep fishing, try to get another one. So continuing the small flooded creek pattern that I saw earlier, we kept moving up this creek and we caught a few small trout, and Jill got one little striped bass. But as that tide started falling out, I knew those fish weren't going to be up in those flooded grass flats. and they were probably going to start staging up in choke point areas where current was pooling and creating eddies. So we made the call to fall out with the outgoing tide and try to find some of those eddy, current pooling choke point conditions.
There we go. Nice red. Oh, this might be an overslot. Boys, this might be an overslot. That is a big fish. Oh my gosh. This might be an overslot. Yeah. Oh. He's taking some big runs. I haven't seen him yet though. Oh yeah, this is an over. If he's not over the slot, he's got to be right on it. Yeah, right where that current was coming through. Gosh, he's so green still. He's not even close to being done. Oh no. This is. Oh yeah, he's an over. If he's not over, he's right at the top of the slot. Oh, this is a nice fish. Oh my gosh. V, could you get a picture of me with him? He's about ready to be netted. We'll see if he's just playing with me here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, get in the net. Oh. Yeah, he might be 27. What a nice fish. Look at that. He's probably 27, maybe close to 28. That's a beautiful fish.
I'm taking a video.
There we go. That's a nice red. Healthy fish. You can see he's kind of got that mature spot on that side. Let's get it back in though. Here he goes. He's ready to go back. Yeah, looking back at this footage, I wish I had to put that red on the bump board. He was most likely over slot, probably right around 28 and a half inches. Absolute tank of a fish. It's so much fun when you can catch those bigger upper 20s in 2 feet of water in a marsh on a 2500 size reel, 15-pound braid, medium light rod. Like, that fight is so good. But really what made my day, what made this trip, and my favorite thing was seeing those tailing redfish in that flooded grass shoreline. I've seen them a ton of times, you know, waking around. There's that real distinct V-wake that's different from mullet. And then hearing them, seeing them blow up on top water, eating small mullet, you know, but I've never actually seen them tailing like that. So I felt very blessed to be able to experience that. And even though I couldn't get them with my 1/8 ounce jig head, I had an absolute blast just filming them and just appreciating the moment. I brought my wife over. We went up in a different shallow flooded creek, and we looked for more of them for like 30 minutes. I couldn't find her one, so she didn't get to see it in person, but of course I showed her the videos and was able to share that with her. You know, I feel like seeing that, I'm definitely going to be looking for that more often now. I've known that they go up that shallow. I just thought it kind of wasn't a thing as much up here. But dang, I really wish I had my fly rod with me. I feel like that would have been the perfect presentation, but I know it was too windy. And here's a bald eagle chasing around an osprey. This was from the day before, but Please, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I appreciate you all for watching.